you guys don't know how to paint, the best thing to do is just to go buy another truck that's in good shape, remove the body, and put the painted body on. That is the key to success right there. All right guys, welcome back to another episode of JCS Projects. This time, we're back working on the dump truck, but as you can see, the white truck has, well, she's been disassembled a little bit. We pulled the cab off of it, and that's because the cab is gonna go down onto that truck. Today we're working on pulling the cab off of this truck, and once we get the cab off of this, then we'll decide what we're gonna do to fix some things that I've noticed. Let's get looking at it. Pulling cabs on these old trucks, actually pretty easy. With this up in the air, let's take a look. You've got, your core support has 1, 2 bolts. Then you've got one right here, and then on the back side, you've got one up there and one up there. It only has 6 mounting bolts on a standard cab. You have to remove steering shaft. For this truck, since it's a clutch, you have to take the clutch linkage, or if it was automatic, the shifter, mechanical shifter linkage. You have to pull the shifter out, your park brake cable, and then somewhere up there, I think I have it tucked up there, you can see that cable right there, is the speedometer cable. It would just run right down through this. All the other wiring stayed except for the one wire running to the back of the truck for the taillights. So you just undo the center bolt on that connector and then tuck everything else up out of the way. All the wiring stayed on the motor, and since this truck has all the wiring on the motor, that'll stay there. Then it'll just get reconnected because this is like a 78 truck, and this truck right here is a 75. It's a plug and play. It should be pretty easy. We'll get it figured out, and I'll show you more as we go along on what we're gonna do. But my buddy Robert's coming over, and hopefully we can get this cab. We're just gonna disassemble, instead of taking it off as whole as I can like this one, we're gonna disassemble this one as much as possible, and then just pick the cab up off. This guy's been rough. I mean, she's got some rust holes and some weird spots. Floor's pretty gone. That side is completely gone. It could be saved. I mean, it could. Anything could be saved. But for me, this wasn't worth it. So we did all these modifications to this cab, and I'll have to do this to this cab, which wasn't a big deal. The hardest thing will be putting my tower in. I'll move all that over onto that one. There's nothing left but to do it, man. Let's go. Kind of like a shot. Oh, the spring. Okay, on that note, we're actually pretty shocked on how many bolts are coming out of this truck. And also, the only rust in the core support is this lower side because of the battery sitting on top of it. Everywhere else, the core support is extremely solid. I was expecting it to be rotted out like the rest of the truck is, but it's not. You look over here, completely solid. All the bolts came out. Even the ones that are rusted over there are coming out. Call me shocked whenever all that fell out of the fender whenever we started hammering and impacting on it. See that whole corner? Gone. It's on the floor. But we are down to the point of sliding underneath this thing and taking the few things out underneath, and then we can start making a mess by draining coolant, taking off power steering lines. Because all we gotta do is take these off here, swing those on top of the engine. I gotta take the two nuts off for the master cylinder, pull this out, and just let it lay down here. That'll get that out of the way. This harness right here, you take a bolt out of the center, take that off, and you can unplug this. This will go with the core support. This harness I will undo here and flop over on top of the engine. Take these two nuts off, lay that for the engine, and that's pretty much the entire harness for the engine. Oil pressure, throttle cable, coolant temp, and then mounting bolts. Oh, the clutch, which is just this one bar right here, and then your park brake cable, which I will probably just cut because there's no need to keep that. And then it'll be radiator hoses, drain the coolant, and then get my skid steer and pick the cab off of it, which will be entertaining. Stay tuned for that. not ready. Power steering lines help.
Okay, steering shaft. And...
Yeah, I was getting ready to start ripping this thing off. I got all excited. Well, I don't want to rip those off. The radiator hoses and the power steering lines are all brand new. Okay, so now it's power steering, coolant temp sensor, steering shaft, and hoses. That's it. And then we'll be ready to go. I was all excited. I was getting ready to start ripping the cab off this thing. Get me behind a piece of equipment. That's all I think about. Tearing stuff up. And here we go. Oh, just broke the radiator. Well, we won't be using this radiator. It's scrap metal. I mean, I guess it's not scrap, but it is for me. We will be using the aluminum one that was in that truck. I guess that kind of made that decision for us. That's what they're stuck. There we go. There we go. Already collapsed that steering column.
Well, there it is.
Come on. Oh. I didn't want that shroud anyway. 5/8 and maybe 11/16. It's broken anyways, right? Oh, okay.
So
nice.
So not 11, so probably a 17. Just enough.
Just enough. That's right. There we go. Listen to it suck air. She's a bit slurpy.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the sound you look for. So you know she's a keeper.
Now! Alright, so cab's off. That actually was incredibly uneventful and went way too easy. Heck, if I wanted to, I could really power wash and clean it. Did we notice that? The entire ear broke off the bell housing? I don't remember that.
Maybe it was like that. I don't know.
It has to be. We did a clutch in this thing, but I don't remember that being like that. More power washings in store here, I believe. This poor truck was a real work truck. Oh, crap. That's a home of some sort. Well, it was. For how dirty, nasty, and beat up this truck is, it's actually not in bad shape. The cab was rough and everything, but the frame, it's not bad. This is what I was saying that we need to fix while we're in here. And it really just needs these tightened up. But I don't know how tightened up that's gonna get, but both of them are. Like, they're not even holding up. But with it out like this, I'm definitely gonna do it. Let's see. Oh, that doesn't feel good.
That didn't look good.
That didn't feel good. I think we might have to do the heat treatment. Oh, nope. That just twisted up here.
Yeah.
We're gonna heat it and put some lube on it and see what happens. MAP gas. Don't use propane. Buy MAP gas torch. It actually gets them hot enough to do things. It does take a long time. It's no oxy-settling torch, but it does actually get it hot enough to do so. Just got hot enough to cook it right off. Hard as that. If it did anything. Oh my God. Heat's amazing, guys. That's stupid. Hey guys, don't do that. That was incredibly stupid. Just blistered the crap out of my thumb and my finger right in the crease too. The heat's amazing. It also hurts. I'll try to get it all straight on there. Yeah, that's tightened. Oh, that's drastically better. Lube and heat. Lube just doesn't hurt your hand. Heat's an angry thing. And yes, I know it was 100% my fault. There's no one else to blame, but I can still bitch about it. There we go. I mean, that's already tight. Tighten right up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sure it is.
All right, well, that was easy enough.
Good.
Hey, you know what? 4 out of 6.
4 out of 6.
4 out of 6. It's another day, and it's back inside. Next to the other tore apart truck. But we had some good thunderstorms, and I got it all power washed, so I brought it inside afterwards. I didn't show power washing it because, well, it's power washing, and it wasn't that exciting. But it is much, much cleaner. All the grease, the oil, the grime. There's a little bit left up in here. I'm gonna have to fix this up. It's got a new cap and stuff on it, but some mice have decided to chew on said wiring, just like they had tons of wiring on this truck. But I actually think I'm gonna end up taking the harness off of that truck because it was in really good shape. Nothing wrong with it. Transfer that over to this one. With this all out, there's no reason not to go and make this as nice as possible within reason. Rattle can bomb this whole thing, make it look black again, and paint all this stuff. Maybe paint up the engine. I gotta put valve cover gaskets on here for sure. I think the intake was leaking. I might pull the top end and the front end off, clean and paint everything, and put it all back together, then set the cab down. Alright, well, as you can see, it's made a little bit more progress from last time. A little shinier, has the Cryon overhaul, freshly rebuilt motor, only the best. We actually have it already. I changed all the hoses. Robert's been helping me, and we got all the mounts switched over because the ones from this truck was in better shape. We have the harness switched over from that other truck because it was in better shape. The distributor is from that engine because it was in better shape. Mice got a hold of this thing and had chewed up a lot of different wires. We got it all swapped over. It's all back on. The only thing we gotta do now is change the transmission mount because this one's completely broken, which we should have changed whenever we did the clutch in it, but we should have waited to do the clutch if I was gonna change the cabs because doing a clutch right now would be incredibly simple. We do it the hard way. Other than that, I'll bring you back once we go to set the cab down. Changing this transmission mount is probably not gonna be too exciting. I'm actually kind of excited to see what it's gonna look like with the white cab.
I'm excited.
You look excited.
You can't tell, but I'm excited.
We have a truck again, guys.
I don't even think we broke anything yet.
She's a truck. It is a whole ass truck again. That's awesome.
And I do like the color combo.
I do like the color combo. It just seems like a city or somebody would.
That's a lot better than the cab that was on it.
It looks a lot better than the other cab. That other cab was rough. I'm not one for let's just saw hell with it, throw it away. That thing was bad.
That one, hell with it, throw it away.
Yeah, hell with it, throw it away. It sucks that that truck, which was a good solid truck, got taken apart. But it made another truck functional.
Yeah.
And I'll have a dually crew cab by the time I'm done.
You have to get another one of those stickers for that one.
The go truck yourself?
Yes.
What about the, I think this stuff, oh, you can't see it now. On the back window of it, it's got no lot lizards. Let's get to bolting some stuff on this. We are back out here, another day. We just got a bunch of little stuff to button up. It really shouldn't take all that long. Let's see if we can get this thing to start and run and move again under its own power. All right, so I kind of got everything down below. Okay, I say everything. That's a lie. I bolted the body down. I just put the body bolts in. I didn't jack it up, so me and you underneath there together trying to do stuff on a creeper didn't work out so well, so I didn't really record that. I'm gonna take this down and lower it some, hopefully. What do I want to start with? I want to start with power steering. Let's get that hooked up and then we'll go to wiring. I'm way too jumping the gun on this thing, but I'm gonna put the battery in it, see if I got like headlights and stuff. Ow! Mother! Hey guys, don't hit your hood hinge. It doesn't feel good. Alright, well, no sparking. So either that means nothing's connected or everything's okay. Absolutely no chance of anything in between there. Let's go in here and see if this thing has dome light or lights or... Hey! I got interior lights. Some down there, you can see it. Oh, hey. I don't just have interior lights, but turn signals. Oh, turn signals, I need the key on. I got front turn signals. Rear's not hooked up to anything, so. Well, I hit the key, and it made a noise, but it killed everything at the same time. So let's see what kind of cranking amps it has. We have no idea what the cranking amps of these things are. Doesn't matter. Regular, CCA, have no idea what it is. 680, that's plenty to crank it over. So let's clean up some connectors. And to be honest with you, I don't even know if I tightened the connections down at the starter, but I'm 90% sure I did. We are ready to fill with some coolant. And of course, I'm gonna use old coolant that came out of it. I'm not gonna filter it. I'm definitely using my fuel transfer pump to put it in. Something like this, maybe. Ooh. I mean, it's working. It is full of bugs. It sat in the garage floor for way too long. Say bugs are good for you, a little bit of protein. I literally see chunks rolling into this thing. That's great, actually. Chunk. Well, I mean, nothing's spewing out anywhere. Once we fire it up, let it run for a little bit. I'm sure we'll have to top it all off. Plus, this one actually has an overflow reservoir, so I can put stuff in it. And I fixed the no cranking problem by putting a totally different battery in it, because even though that one tested okay, it would not crank. Got a different battery, charged battery from overnight. We are going to fill the bowls with some fuel on this thing and see if we can get it to pop off. I've had it crank, that's it. It hasn't even, if I can get this thing to bark, I would be incredibly happy. Come on, how much fuel does these bowls hold? She's definitely squirting fuel. Let's crank her. See what happens. Make sure it's in neutral. That's all I need is it to take off running through the shop. I can play with the timing because it's just stuck back in there where I thought it was before. That little motor is quiet. We fixed those exhaust leaks on it. Like 4 degrees advanced. That's about 12. 12 degrees and 28 total. That's not bad. That actually sounds pretty good. I'm pretty happy with that. Got a little bit of a tick on the motor, but it's probably because it has no oil pressure. 10 pounds of oil pressure. But I bet you it's idled up to 1,000 or more. It's holding like 190 though. I'm okay with those numbers so far. Oil pressure sucks, but the oil looks terrible. And I'm gonna guess it would drastically, it would improve drastically with an oil change. I can live with that. let's see about getting taillights. I have not even looked at what the back of this looks like, but it looks fantastic. I can't imagine something being wrong back here. So I need to see if I have anything on this. So I'm gonna need to set up a test light or something back here to see if there's any power. Got the headlights on. Let's go turn off the headlights and see. Perfect. And now we have nothing. Those are the turn signal wires. I'm going to put these guys on the back, so they're gonna look pretty good back there. I'm going to take my plasma cutter and cut somewhere around there, and then I can put those straight on the side. And I'll split off of that and put a trailer plug back here, because I do want to be able to pull my trailer with this. Before I popped it off, so I'm just going to take this and a measurement where it is, flip it to the other side from the same point on both ends, and then I'll take my square and mark my line. So this one is, I'm just going to go in 1.25 inches, and this one 1.5 inches. So it's nice and square. Inch and a quarter, 1.5 inches. Extend that up. Mark that. Mark that. I chewed my tips up pretty bad. Probably need all new. This probably won't work. From the center, about 1/2 inch. So I set this 1/2 inch off for a straight edge. Let's see if not a crappy piece of rusty metal will ignite the torch. I mean, this is a cheap plasma cutter to begin with. Ow, that's hot. That is the ugliest cuts I've ever seen. Now that is ugly. But it did cut it. It did cut through it. It chewed the crap out of it, but we're not building anything car here. It's just a bumper. A little bit of grinder work. Once it rusts up again, you'll never even notice it. It'll look good. I just gotta go grind it up. Probably bolt the second hole there and drill in the top hole. We do such precision work. I'm just gonna do this and then lean into it and then make the hole big enough that it doesn't matter how off it is. Yeah. The only black and shiny thing on the back of this truck. One of those is probably the backup light. Green and yellow are going to be turn signals. Brown's going to be probably marker lights. Backup light might be light green. And then we've got a ground wire that's just stuck in the, for whatever reason. But where's this harness? And of course, they're all the same color. Every one of them. I got ground and then yellows. Alright guys, I forgot to hit record on the camera when I did this. So, I'm sorry. I wired in the plug and a little stub of wire here to hook up to the trailer. So it's got all the turn signals, and then I have my little stubs of wire that I can hook up to my 7-way plug and hook up my trailer brake, ground, and then 12-volt power if I want to do it. So I'm just going to send 4 wires from up front back. I've got a bunch of this wires like this, and there's 4 wires in it. So I'll connect that, run that down, and then I'll have all my stuff for my trailer. I got to hook up my ground. Well, there you go. I still got the brake lights on. Oh. Yeah. So I got my brake lights wedged in there. But turn signals, backup lights, everything actually works. So it should actually be pretty bright behind it, and you can actually see those being LEDs. It's the only nice thing on the truck, so that's cool. But now I just got to bolt this on. I'm going to bolt it to one of those holes right there, clean it up, and then just tie up the wires up underneath. And then trying to figure out what else to do next, but I don't think I'm going to put the rear bumper back on until I get my hitch, and that should be here on Saturday. So today's Thursday, so I gotta wait a couple days. But once the hitch comes in, because I may have to drill some holes, and I don't necessarily want to do it on there. Hey guys, look what showed up. I got my receiver hitch. That's gonna bolt on. That's gonna bolt on something like that. Now that we got that, I'm gonna bolt it in. I want it lower, so I'm gonna bolt it in with the top 2. And I can't drill that because of where that inner C-channel is. So it's gonna get bolted on top, which will bolt all the way through the C-channel. So it'll end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bolts holding it on. And then I will be welding the bottom. I'm gonna plug weld it, weld around the bottom. Heck, I might weld around the top some. Tossed a coat of paint on it. Actually looks pretty darn good now. Pretty pleased with it. Turned out pretty well. It's gonna work perfect. But I gotta let this dry, spin it around, do some more painting on it. But that's essentially done, ready to bolt on. Watch out, guys. Come on. I'm gonna have to go to the back. you think, Dahmer? I think that works out pretty darn well. We're gonna take this seat out and we're gonna start on trying to get the controls inside the truck. So I'm gonna get to pulling the seat out. It's 4 bolts, nothing special. But once I get that popped out, and I'll show you us measuring everything up. Come on. Oh, got it. Perfect. Whoa, hey, there's tools under here. Belts, tools, license plates, trim. Taking out seats and stuff is always one of the more fun things. Always get to see what's underneath the seats and get to see what people left behind. It's always entertaining. You see some freaking interesting stuff. Come on. The dogs don't like this in here. Come on. Come on, Dahmer. Yeah. Come on, Penny. Yeah. Come on, Penny. Don't lean too hard on the back of this, it'll fall over. What the hell are those? Oh, hi, Dahmer. Go ahead, hop on in. What do you find in there? Hey, while you're in there, go ahead and just lay out my seats for me. Drill some holes. Can I continue work, or you just inspecting it? Oh, good boy. Pencil. Ooh, super Sharpie. Yep, still good. Wow. Ooh, got a cool Kansas plate. That's freaking cool, 1964. Well, take a good gander at that floor. Mainly that hump right there and that hump right there, right? That's different. You can see my holes right here. That's where I drilled and mounted my tower, and that whole hump there is in the way. And even that's a little different. Oh well. We can definitely get it in there though. Let's go get the other one. Alright, so I went out and measured, and I'm about 26 3/4 inches from the seatbelt bolt to this side, and the bolt holes are on the far opposite side. So I measured out here. I can't get quite 26, so it's going to be in this way just a little bit. And the first bolt hole is 24 inches from the back of the cab. Well, unfortunately, that's where the this floor starts to slope up. So with it sloping up, I'm going to have to move back. What do you say? That's about another inch, inch and a half, maybe 2. And that's going to be my first hole. Hopefully all my cables still reach in the right spot. Huh? Huh? What do you think? Huh? It's mounted. It's got a little whoop-de-doo, and we're quite a bit taller because the other one's mounted directly to the floor. So we're gonna be a couple inches taller and back. It's pretty tight. I just drilled a couple holes, got her bolted down in there. I used nut-zerts, and if you guys don't remember what these are, they're just like a big rivet. It crushes this part up and pinches the sheet metal in between it and holds it and gives you just a place to bolt instead of having nothing bolted on the backside. We got the holes drilled just right there underneath the floor mat. This is bed, this is PTO. All right, I can hear it. There, it works. Disconnect. I just got to finish drilling the holes, warble them out, put in my nut-zerts, and we can put our seat bases in this thing. Now, these, just a big rivet gun. That's all it is. Spread it open. Thread that all the way up. Stick her in the hole. Keep pressure down on it. Spin it back out. If the seat belt's bolted to the seat in this, I probably wouldn't want this because I don't know if I trust those in an accident with the seat getting tugged on holding the seat belt. But the seat belts bolt to the floor in a different spot. So I have no issue. All this is doing is keeping the seat itself still. We're not gonna tug on the seat in the event of an accident. Even though it's probably gonna be a rough ride anyway. We just won't think like that. We won't have an accident. So we got that. We put our seat base down. Up. All right, I changed the oil off camera because I figured, well, it's just an oil change. Who cares? Nothing special. But this stuff is like water. It is as thin as water, but there was no water in it. It wasn't separated. It was all emulsified in there, so I don't think it's full of water. God, it doesn't even smell like fuel. But I don't think this thing's had an oil change in an extremely long time. So now it's got an oil change with some thick 1540 and some Lucas, because everything needs Lucas in it. I'm gonna guess my 10 pounds of oil pressure is gonna drastically change here in a minute. That stuff was awful. All right, let's see what some fresh oil does to this for oil pressure. Oh, wow. £40, 30s. Almost 50 pounds, 45 pounds. Really sounds pretty good. Nice. Front bumper and let's go. I want to pull this thing out so bad. Maybe I'll do that. I'll pull it out and put the front bumper on outside. I'm gonna pull this thing outside, look at it outside. I'm gonna back it out because I wanna see the front bumper, or put the front bumper on it with it hanging out the door, but I wanna see this thing outside. It looks so good. I really like the white and yellow body. It definitely looks like an old work truck, that's for sure. Like a city truck. Let's pull this thing out. And now that I have no mirror, let's do what we can do. Let's pull this thing out. And now that I have no mirror on this side, let's try not to take out my lawnmower, which is sitting outside the door, and or the building itself. this thing needs a tailgate. Decided to go ahead and try to make a tailgate. What I'm going to use is these sides from a bed. They were drop down sides on a flatbed that the customer didn't want, so we were just going to scrap them, so I took them. And I'm going to try to make a tailgate like that one that is totally rotten, extremely destroyed, but I'm going to try to mimic that with these two pieces here. We'll see how it goes because, like I said, I'm not a fabricator. We'll see if I can make a tailgate for this so we can actually use the bed. Oddly enough, that's actually what I wanted to happen. Couldn't have done it better. Alright, I'm gonna have to beat this back just a little bit. I'm out of shape. I mean, I'm in shape. Just not a good one. So we definitely need to measure between these. They fit pretty well. But I think what I need to do actually, I need to cut those off, pin those up there where they need to be, and then measure inside to inside. And that'll get me my width of this tailgate. So I can go measure this side for my height. 26 inches tall, because we're going to be roughly 85 inches. Let's get to cutting this all off. Alright guys, this is as far as we're gonna get today. I gotta go to a doctor's appointment. We'll start back on this in the morning. Try to get this cut up and start figuring out how to cut that down to make it work. This morning I ran up to Tractor Supply and I grabbed some of these just, I don't know, 3-point hitch pins. And they're plenty long enough, slide right in. These are all 1 inch. They were like $6 a piece, so they fit perfect inside here. And they're not wore out, so they're good and steady, and nothing's pinched, and they went right in. Trim all this stuff off, all this, which should be a big deal. Take the plasma cutter and just start hacking. And then once I do that, cut them down to the width, re-weld the caps back on, and then weld these two together. We should have a tailgate. I'm going to start today off with just cut with a plasma cutter. So, cut fest. long is it? I don't even know how long these things are. 117 and a half. And it needs to be 85 overall. I gotta take 32 and a half inches out. So if I want to start at 6 inches and I need to take out 32 and a half, I need to go 38 and a half. So I'd cut it at 38 and a half, cut it at 6 inches, take this whole section out, and then slide this over, and then re-weld it back up, and that should get me the size that I need. Yeah, let's get this thing going. Let's mark this out. Alright, so we got the second one set up. Same thing, cut the same amount off. I did a very small amount of grinding and got it to really close up the gap. Real nice. I was able to cut a lot straighter this. There you go. Go down there. Come down here. 85 inches. Pretty spot on. So I'm pretty happy with that. Now we're just gonna butt these two together. I'll have to grind that out a little bit. But I'll tack all this together like I did that one. And then I can butt both panels together, tack them together, and then I can actually hang it up. But yeah, let's tack this together. I'm really happy with how that laid out. Yeah, it's always nice when things actually line up the way you're hoping it to. I'm not good at that, so this is pretty cool for me. Very pleased so far. Very, very pleased. We have it welded together. It's not finished welded. She just got a couple tacks holding it together. It turned out pretty straight. But right now, I'm gonna take this tailgate off in the most efficient manner possible, and then we'll test fit this up here. Eject. Alright, so we have this thing all tacked up. I got up this morning, I found out that these pins are actually like an inch and an eighth instead of 1 inch. So I had to go get some more pins. And as you can see, it's much tighter in there than the other way. And I have this set up to where we can weld that in there. I've got it all tacked up here. I've got welded across and tacked, and everything is together enough that I can, I believe, try to burn this in. I'm actually pretty pleased with, I'm glad I staggered these because it doesn't look bad. I'm not upset with the way that looked. If it was all on one side, I would definitely have to put it over there. Put another one, another bar to make it look right. But with it staggered, I don't mind the way it looks at all. So I'm pretty pleased. We're close. Let's finish this thing up. I can pick this tailgate up without worrying about falling off now. And then I can put my grind up the bottom and put my pins on for the latches. Gosh. Moves pretty free. It's heavy. Now I can get all this paint and stuff off down here. Pins up there. And then weld it in. Like butter. Get this all locked in. Get those tacked up in there. And move on with our lives. Alright, got that booger welded on, at least on the front side. The back side is open, but I don't overhead very well. So what I'm going to do is latch it and then flip the whole thing down on my lift here. And then I'll be able to weld the back side with it laying flat. Same as the back side of these hinges. Butter. Now as you weld the back of that, weld the back of that, and we're good. Let's see if a piece of debris or just weight pushing on it will knock it loose. Oh yeah. I think that would, the weight of stuff hitting it, swinging that out. I think that would work. Sits right down in there nice. As long as the debris I'm holding pushes it open, that's gonna work perfect, and I think it will. I didn't have to put much effort into that. That's a success, guys. Now we're gonna load up some scrap, and then I'm gonna take a load up and see how it works. We're about to take this thing out to my brother's house to pick up some scrap metal. I've already got some in the back. I've got the bumpers on it, license plates, insurance, tagged, ready to go. So the last thing we do is drive up to the gas station and get some fuel. If it makes it that far, we'll continue on to his house and get some more scrap. No key mod. Put her in low. Let's go. First gear. lot of rocks out of the tires. No speedometer, so I have no idea how fast I'm going. She's a little wandery. The brakes feel great. That's half the battle with this thing, though.
Your dump bed is pretty effective as a dump truck, but I don't know how effective it is as throw heavy thing in back by yourself.
By yourself.
You know,
No, but we're gonna find out how this goes. Am I on your insurance or something if I hurt myself?
I have no insurance.
Oh. Well, at least we can pick up by the spring, right? Those are bolted in.
They are bolted in.
Oh, that's not as heavy as I thought.
No, the axles are out of it. That was scary.
That went into plan. You know, if you cut the grass a little bit,
You would. It's kind of a wonder that the grass is alive at all.
it's not your average grass.
No, I really should patent it and sell it.
Rotted off glass.
It doesn't sound like your truck needs it though.
No, it has its own rotted off glass packs. All right, we're all loaded up with the new scrap. Not tying anything down because it's a dump truck. You don't have to tie anything down, right? I'm gonna go see what this thing's gonna weigh. I'm actually really interested in how much this thing weighs with the stuff in it, but just in general with how much the truck weighs with this bed. Because I can't imagine the bed being light. I'm gonna guess 6,700 pounds without anything in the back. It's like a 30-minute drive or so. It may or may not be successful.
What does that button do?
This one, this is the passenger ejection seat.
That's the driver.
This is the driver ejection seat. We don't want to touch this one.
Holy shit.
It actually is lifting it.
No, it
Lifted no problem. That's the first time I've done that with any weight in it, so I was kind of skeptical if we're gonna have to unload this by hand.
That's pretty cool.
It's gonna be very convenient. As long as the truck makes it there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not too far to the scrapyard, but it's a little bit of a drive and a lot of idling, so it'd be a good test for it.
Yeah. Well, it's got the same radiator and stuff in it that you had in the blue truck, or the white truck.
Oh, yeah.
So there's no shroud or anything on it, but it never got hot on you.
No, it was fine.
Yeah, so I think we'll be all right. And the wipers suck, so that's fun.
What happened to the windshield?
It was like that.
Really?
Yeah, maybe not as bad.
Oh, I don't know.
It might have cracked more whenever I lifted it off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I did have 2x4s across the doors to hold it strapped down to my lift.
Oh well, that sounds safe.
How much do you think this thing weighs? What's your guess?
The whole truck?
Without the load. Just with the bed and the truck.
These trucks are lighter than you would think. It's probably 5,500.
I said I think 67.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'd say 58. That'll be my final
58?
number. Yeah.
I think we're probably 8,000. No. I think there's 1,000 pounds of scrap in this.
Yeah, I'd say 1,000 pounds.
So I bet you we're around 7,500 pounds.
Yeah.
Before.
It has brakes, right?
At least one front brake.
Oh, well.
It was skidding in your gravel, only locking up the left front. So I don't know how a wet road's gonna work.
I was gonna say, at least it hasn't been raining.
They feel good, they just don't work good. That's all you can ask for.
It's not that bad.
No, well, also I probably probably just got to get used to it too.
Yeah. I mean, you just lug that hill in 4th gear, all right.
No problem. Yeah, if you're up over 45 miles an hour, it actually pulls real nice.
A small block will get the job done. Always. It's just not going to do it fast.
No. I mean, hell, how many times have you pulled with blue when it was a small block?
Oh God, I pulled up. I blew up 2 of them.
Yeah.
I love how you can keep an eye on the load, you know?
Hey, go ahead and just check that mirror over there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna check it. Hang on. I can't see it, but
They can.
yeah, they know. Is it good? I think it's good, guys. Probably.
Hey, let us know. What in the hell are you doing?
I mean, when in Rome.
I don't know if that applies here.
It won't go. Dang it. Hang on, let me try another. Why are there 10,000 water dynamites in the door?
I don't know. I got the truck from you, Dalton.
Out of the 5 trucks you had, you couldn't find another wiper arm?
Well, no.
Oh, what?
Hey, where'd you guys go? No, I figured I only needed 2/3 of the window.
I don't know if you got 2/3 of the window.
Well, also out of the 5 trucks I own, I couldn't grab a mirror off of it before I left either.
Mirrors are optional. I don't want to know what's back there. This place is so good for people watching.
Oh, it's amazing. Scrap yards are... It was almost as good as being in New Orleans, watching all the people walk around the streets. That was some special times. Oh my God.
Oh, oh.
Do I just go to the scale?
Oh, you got this. No pressure.
No pressure at all. I can't even see.
It's got to back up onto the scale. Scrapyard is a top secret base. They won't let you film here, but it's 9,200 pounds total.
6,000 pounds on the rear axle.
Oh, she says back up. 9,200 seems like a lot.
That's a lot. This bed might be a lot heavier than I thought. There we go.
Hey. Pull up a little off the motor.
Easiest unloading I've ever done, though.
That was nice. Holy shit.
This thing's heavy.
7780.
I mean, granted, there's us in it, so it's 7,200 pounds. That thing drove really well for weighing that much. How much was it?
I had 1,420 pounds.
1,400 pounds in the bed of this thing. That's not bad.
Hey, this is good, man.
And look, the tailgate held up.
Hell yeah. Did a good job.
Very cool. That's actually going to be useful. I did something that's useful.
No, you can use this for sure. Hauling all kinds of stuff. It dumped all of that minus that rear end.
It got caught on the...
Yep.
I was wondering if it was going to.
Yep.
With the way it was laid, but it just caught on this lip.
Yeah, I just gave it a shove, came right off. Mr. Moneybags.
I got $71. Dalton profited $1 off this today.
I made $1.
He made $1. I think I might have actually thrown the money away. I put $35 in gas just to drive up here.
Yeah, now we're going to drive to Harrisonville, which will be another 20.
Yeah, I might need that $1 back. It made it. Sorry we couldn't actually film dumping or doing any of the cool stuff to see it. Yeah, it was super top secret, and the lady was a peach, and she yelled at us multiple times. And then she couldn't tell what a desk was, and so she was gonna say she doesn't take a desk that was built in like the 50s, because I guess she thought it was a container? I don't know. It was a fun experience, but it works, and it was a complete and total success. We've driven it probably 60, 65 miles today.
Yeah, no hitch. I mean, it was perfect.
But I mean, overall, total success. Tailgate worked. Dalton has to go get his intestines shoved back in after lifting that back up there.
Yeah, this thing's heavy. You need like, get a power hoist. Like
get a winch.
Yeah.
And just pull it up.
A cable for it.
Still has little things like, I don't know, maybe getting some mirrors that are actually useful, fixing the wheel seal, maybe making the rear brakes actually work. This truck weighed 9,200 pounds with the weight in the back, and it was 77, 80 with us in it.
Yeah.
So a solid 7,200 pounds whenever you take us out of the truck and it's empty. So it's a lot heavier than I thought it was. This is a 2-wheel drive small block truck. Like, if you had an automatic 4-wheel drive and a big block,
yeah,
this would be an 8,000 pound truck.
Oh yeah.
Without any weight in it.
Well, that truck right there weighs 5,200.
Yeah.
And that's just a 4x4 big block truck. And this weighs 2,000 pounds more than that. And it's all this.
It's all bed. The bed's a lot. It's a good bed. It's a lot heftier than I thought. I don't know what the vehicle weight rating is on this, but I bet you it's not more than 10,000 pounds.
My Suburban is 8,900.
That's the gross vehicle weight?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it's on the door here. 10,000 pounds. 7,500 pounds for the rear, 3,800 pounds for the front, 10,000 pounds gross. So we were still underweight.
Yeah, it was appropriately loaded.
Yeah. We would have filmed all that and showed you if the pleasant troll didn't yell at us.
They didn't want us to find the aliens they had stashed there.
Lots of aliens.
I couldn't believe that though. Like, why wouldn't you let someone film a scrapyard?
Yeah. But anyway, this is where we ended off. This is the cab swap. The cheapest and easiest way to paint something if you don't know how to paint is just find something that looks decent and then put it on the vehicle you want it on. Grab some merch, jcsprojectsmerch.com. Thanks for watching.